And then slowly as the world, like as things evolve, I was like, okay, I'll just start training people one-on-one, which I hate training that way because it just lags.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit. What's your dislike of that?
So like it's not that I dislike it. I don't want to say that. It's one, it's like inefficient. Two, it's expensive. So you're paying another person for their immediate attention.
Yeah.
So what would you put? Like if I said, hey man, I need you to come help me with my car. I'm gonna need you for an hour. Well, and like I'm gonna pay you for the hour, but now you guys like, so what would you put your hour worth?
I don't know.
Right. So like,
was that the answer you thought I was gonna say?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Like you're like, I don't know what my hour's worth.
I have no idea.
And then you start saying, hey man, like, all right, John needs you to go fix his car, and it's gonna be an hour and a half. And you're like, well, John's my friend. Like I don't want to charge John. Like he's already got to pay for this expensive part.
Yeah.
I don't want to take advantage of John. So I'll give John like my buddy discount. And then after you get done, you're like, you've missed the meal. It's been an hour and a half. Your wife's like,
mad.
Yeah. Your regular job. You're like, well, fuck, that hour and a half was kind of worth way more than that. And then it starts popping up that you're good at working at cars. And you're like, well, what's your hour worth? And you're like, fuck, it's $100 an hour plus labor. And they're like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not paying you to do that.
Yeah.
You know, and so with training, I started off with one-on-one. And not to get wrong, I love talking, like my clients are my family. I love interacting with them. Like,
but you said one-on-one is like inefficient.
It's inefficient.
What do you mean by that?
So what I mean by that is kind of going to tie it in. So I'm talking with you and we're squatting, right? Well, you can't squat the whole time, right?
Right.
So you can't squat the whole time. So I'm sitting there. Let's say you do 6 sets of squat and you take a minute in between each set. The set's going to take you about a minute because it's going to take you 20, 30 seconds to set up. It's going to take you 20, 30 seconds to unrack it, get back. And then the set's going to take, a few seconds?
Sure.
Not long.
Yeah.
Then you're going to rack it. And let's say we start a timer as soon as you rack it, 2 minutes, which is kind of quick for big guys like us. Like 2 minutes is like moving, you know. So you're at 3 minutes a set? You're at 18 minutes now. Now most personal trainers are going to charge their 30-minute sessions. So you've done one exercise in 18 minutes. What else are you going to do? All right, we'll go to the machine. I'm going to throw you on this leg curl machine or whatever it is. Leg extension, whatever, glute bridge, whatever. It does not matter. You do 3 sets. Let's say you still take 2 minutes. Now you're at what? What's the math on that?
Well, we're over now.
Yep.
Yeah, we're done.
And I'm like, hey, all right, Kyle, I'll see you tomorrow. And I'm going to charge you $50 and you're going to get 2 exercises in. Have a good day. And you're like, hey, man, what should I do for the rest of the session? Now, a good trainer, or, you know, it's going to say, you know, hopefully they'll give you something to finish up with. But they're not paying attention to you anymore. They're on to the next person.
Yeah.
So while you're resting, why not I have your buddy work in with you? Why not I have somebody your height work in with you? Why not I have your wife come to the gym with you and she just squat on the squat rack beside you? Like, she doesn't need to train any differently than you do, you know? So the weights are different. The rep ranges might be different. Y'all are both squatting. So now I'm training both of you. And now instead of charging you $50 an hour, I'm charging you both $25 or whatever, however you want to look at it,
right?
Or however you want to break it down. And so all of a sudden the cost per client on you guys' end goes down, and then I'm able to train
more people at once,
5 or 6 people. But I'm also once again creating a family. So now you know what, you know, John's doing, and you're like, man, John will be really interesting to podcast with. He owns his own restaurant and has his, you know, pilot's license. You know, like,
which one is this?
Made that up.
Oh, you're just making. I was like, wait a minute.
Well, I need
that guy on.
Yeah, exactly. Though. But you know, you meet that guy.
Yeah,
you meet that guy, and you would have never met that guy. Maybe you would have, but not to bring politics into it. Let's say you're this person, you're this side of the aisle, and you're this side of the aisle. Well, in the gym, neither one of you guys care about that shit.
Right. Yeah.
So y'all chat, and all of a sudden you become friends.
Yeah.
And you bridge this gap that, like, right now is like
very wide.
It's huge.
Yeah.
So, or, like, whatever the situation may be, you start bridging gaps, and then, like, all of a sudden within, a few training sessions, really, you're meeting people. And, like, right now, I'm like, don't let me go on my high horse. Right now, like, I feel like there's not a lot of, like, inter-community hangout. Like, people go to their work, they come home, they complain to their significant other. Hopefully they take their dog for a walk, and they watch TV.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you have to go to the gym.
Right.
But let's
say the gym helps you meet people to go and, like, hang out with.
Like, when I was dealing with that before, when I wasn't going to the gym, I'd go to the bar. I bounced at a lot of bars, I go to a bar, but, like, I'm not saying anything about anybody that drinks, but, like, let's be honest, like, if you're going to the bar every night for your social hour, you're staying, like, in your 20s, you can do that. Like, creep into your 30s, you're like, I can't be out till 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, like, maybe I'll go have one beer. But like, what if you meet John and you start talking to John at the bar, and next thing you know, you're like 6 beers deep? That's how it happens for me anyway. I'm like, I'm staying up all night. And then the next day at work, I'm like, so I feel like it gives people an outlet right now. And I don't think there's a lot of those. I don't think there's a lot of that going around. So it's neat, and it's really neat for me to see those people come together. So that's what I mean by inefficient. It's just me and you in a closed circuit.
Hey there, hope you enjoyed that clip. You can find more clips like this and full video episodes of the Small Stuff Podcast on our YouTube channel. You can also listen to full episodes of the Small Stuff Podcast in audio form wherever it is you get your podcasts: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Amazon Music, Audible, all the places. Also, follow us on social media. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. All the links are in the description. Have a nice day.